with the theme Creating Market Opportunities for Indigenous ICT Products and Services. Nigeria's flagship information technology event, eNigeria, held recently in Abuja, the nation's capital. Nigeria's leadership, captains of industry, the academia, young innovators, legislators, and techies all gathered to review the nation's digital status and suggest ways of building a robust economy using information technology.
In 2011, I created the Federal Ministry of Communication Technology in recognition of the growing importance of ICTs to national socio-economic development, job and wealth creation. 2 years later, the ICT sector made a direct contribution of 10.56% to GDP. ICT also contributed a combined 2.56% of added value to other sectors, thereby validating our emphasis on a more strategic and deliberate focus on ICT. At last year's forum, which had the theme Local Content in IT Development in Nigeria, the journey so far, I requested His Excellency the Vice President, Architect Namadi Sambo GCON, to launch the guidelines for Nigerian content development in the ICT sector. This key policy has received a lot of interest from both local and global ICT stakeholders. Currently, the Office of Nigerian Content Development in ICT, the vehicle to ensure judicious and sustainable implementation, is close to being fully operational. The theme of eNigeria 2014, Creating Market Opportunities for Nigerian ICT Products and Services, is a useful follow-up to last year's theme. Largely, the success of our local content initiative will depend on the deliberate and market-driven opportunities through which Nigerian ICT products and services can be delivered. There are numerous studies provided by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, that support a strategy of strengthening the local IT sector by using public procurement. Government procurement of ICT goods and services is substantial and will continue to grow as we deliver more and more services online, use social media to engage with citizens, and leverage ICTs to improve the productivity of civil servants and efficiency of public service delivery.
Welcoming participants to the event, the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Peter Jack, noted that eNigeria has evolved to become Nigeria's most viable annual IT summit, where stakeholders come to set digital agenda for the country.
The conference has become a formidable platform for ICT awareness creation, developing appropriate framework and setting goals for best practices in order to encourage appropriate positioning of Nigeria in the global information society. It is imperative to recall here that the Federal Ministry of Communication Technology in 2013 used eNigeria as a platform to present the framework and guidelines for Nigerian content in information technology. As a follow-up to this achievement, and as a key strategy towards implementation of the eNigeria 2013 communique, an implementation plan recommending a special purpose institution for the guideline for local content was developed. Accordingly, an advisory board was inaugurated on June 30, 2014, and the National Coordinating Office for ICT Local Content has been established under the supervision of NITA.
The DG added that the agency is focusing on capacity building and job creation in the sector to complement similar initiatives of the federal government of Nigeria.
That will originate from Bar Beach in Lagos, go through the trade-free zone in Efe, pass through Igokoda in Ondo, pass through Warri in Delta, through Yenagoa in Bayelsa, that is now a smart state, through Port Harcourt, River State, that is now the book capital of the world that will be promoting e-books, pass through Akwa Ibom for esports, the new stadium is all we're aware. And then terminating Tinapa, where we have culture and tourism. We also, in the spirit of federal character, or all-inclusive development, are planning and dreaming of a digital beltway that will straddle River Niger and River Benue, where the focus is on agriculture, ICT for agri development. We further dream of a digital Sahara that will start from the confluence of the rivers and go through the solid mineral base of the country and end up in the Chad Basin.
For former Minister of Science and Technology and Chairman of this year's Nigeria Summit, Professor Turner Isang, government has been on the right track in creating a veritable platform for the growth of ICT in the country. He, however, lamented the slow penetration of broadband internet access across Africa. He underscored that wealth is in data as voice has been overtaken.
While voice is very important, we must underscore wealth creation is in data, isn't it? Wealth creation is in data, and that is why we must encourage data and other communications technologies. I like to wear my second hat as chairman of the Nigerian Communications Satellite Limited, and I'm happy to report that we are now testing the KA band broadband transmission, and we are very pleased to announce that the KA breakthrough is going to make sure that every other nook and corner, whether you are talking about Akasa in Bayelsa State, or Otropo in Benue State, or in Gusau in Zamfara State, will now have access to broadband.
For world-renowned automobile designer Jelani Aliyu, who delivered the keynote at this year's event, it was time to remind Nigerians that humanity is their greatest asset.
We must never underestimate the significance of human imagination, the ability to envision a dramatically positive and dynamic future. Every great city, every monument, every historic feat as it stands for all the world to see was once pure thought. Pure imagination acted upon and brought into reality. To imagine is to dream. To dream is to tune into the ever-amazing possibilities of the future. And when we do dream, it must be big. Because to dream small is to totally underestimate the amazing capabilities that lie within each and every one of us.
Continuing in an emotion-laden tone, Nigeria's Jelani recounted his growing years in northern Nigeria and how he got to the global limelight as one of the world's most famous automobile designers, and called for increased production of homegrown technologies.
A major reason for the failure of a lot of infrastructure and systems in our nation is because they were not fundamentally designed for our applications. They do not fall within the critical physical and mental patterns that are natural for Africa. And so they don't fail because of an inherent lack of human support. It is no surprise that our physical environment is absolutely different from the conceptual birthplace of a lot of the technology that finds itself transplanted in Africa. From time immemorial, Africans have had tools, systems, and technologies that have assisted them in their daily lives. These technologies have been developed and evolved over time to be the most conducive for our people and environment. For example, most of Africa is hot, and historically homes have been built to be comfortable with local natural materials and passive cooling technologies without the need for added energy. In the last couple of decades, we have equated progress with completely disregarding and forgetting a lot of our natural and very effective technologies. This is not right. We must not dismiss them, but rather we must build on them. So as we progress, we must leverage advanced product development and intelligent information technology coupled with our honed, inherited understanding of extreme circumstances to achieve advanced new systems that best suit our terrain, climate, psyche, and histories. Therein will lie the secret to the success of our ICT products and services, making them authentically African, for the unparalleled extreme African solutions and hence effective for the world.
The three-day event continued with panel discussions on various sub-themes and culminated in the first Need the Nihilent e-Governance Award, where First Lady Dame Patience Jonathan was honored as the ICT for Peace Ambassador.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the award of ICT for Peace Ambassador, I here present to you the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Dame Dr. Mrs. Patience Jonathan.
Other agencies of government honored at the event include the Joint Admissions Matriculation Board (JAM), the Federal Road Safety Commission (FRSC), Nigerian Immigration Service, among others.
We want to be a world-class organization. And there's no way we can be a world-class organization without being ICT compliant. And I'm sure by the time you come next year, a new transformation will have taken place and you may find it difficult to actually recognize the system.
Thank you very much. We are dedicating this award to the Nigerian child. For your information, we have about 1.7 million candidates taking our examinations every year. And come 2015, all of them will be taking the computer-based tests